Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So I said I was going to do a part 2 of the Dokkan hot takes, the grading the community's hot takes. So we're just going to continue where we left off. A lot of good stuff that we're seeing in here. Some surprising stuff and also some good stuff. So let's just jump right in, right? I don't know how long we'll go, maybe another 50 minutes or so. What was the earlier one? It was like 55 minutes long, right? I tend to get a little bit chatty in these. Yeah, let's go ahead and start right here. 23rd World Tournament Goku is overrated. I mean, I don't know. He's a top TUR. It depends on what people say, right? Like, if people are like, oh, he's like a top 5 unit in the game or something like that, like, that's definitely not true. Goku can get to that level if he revives, but I would say he's pretty well designed and pretty well balanced, right? Around the fact that his guard prior to revive is only a 50% chance for him to do. With addition to LR Bulma, their team's not the best team in the game. Maybe. I mean, having 2 of them, having Bulma, you've got a lot of other really powerful options, potentially. Does their team... They don't have Orange Piccolo on the team, though, correct? Because what are they? Is it Final Trump Card and Power Wishes? No, they're Battle of Fate and Power Wishes. No, they do have Orange Piccolo on there, yeah. Battle of Fate. Yeah, maybe they do. Having Battle of Fate as a category is just... Like, this is a really strong category. This is always going to be a strong category, too, right? Because it's the climactic fights of all of, like, the arcs. So, like, characters will unlock a new, transformation, like Super Saiyan Goku or Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? A lot of different stuff like that. So, yeah, maybe. I could see it. Them having the best team, sure. Definitely could be. Orange Piccolo on a full superhero team gaps the entire game. Enables and contributes heavily to high damage rotations. Team that is mostly invincible for the first 4 turns, after which Piccolo can wipe away enemy supers on command. It's not even just enemy super attacks either. The toughest boss in the game, 8th Anniversary Sin, it's mostly because of his AoE normal attacks, not really so much the huge damage he does on super, even though his super damage is crazy and the defensive debuff. I mean, Orange Piccolo wipes away even those, the AoE normals. So, like, that's a very strong ability. And the thing about, I mean, if we're talking specifically a superhero team, Ultimate Gohan, Beast Gohan, is very good while his guard is up, for sure. And then so is Piccolo. So, like, they both have that intro guard up, and it's like, then it wears off, and then Piccolo could potentially go into orange form. Like, yeah, I mean, Piccolo is dominant. He's one of the best units in the game for a reason. Ningens we read in part 1. So we read this one as well. What is this? Single best aging unit ever. Okay. Sure. Sure. I guess that is correct. Yeah. Yeah, he's still pretty terrible. He's pretty god-awful. Sure. Oh, bro. Oh, my God. Do we want to do this? Do we want to talk... There wasn't really a lot of Ultimate Gohan, Beast Gohan discussion so far, right? So the community complains too much that the community is talking about Ultimate/Beast Gohan. Dokkan keeps giving us reason to discuss him through buffs. Remember, kids, if you cope hard enough and pretend hard enough, any character is an LR Ultimate Gohan buff. It does not matter, right? It's a cooler, easy A Ultimate Gohan buff, baby. No matter what. Future Gohan reviving into Trunks is a Fire Tanabata option. I guess, I mean, I guess they could do, like, another Future Gohan and Trunks exchange, except it would, because in the like, the LR Future Gohan we have, it's kind of just like the Kakarot scene where, like, he powers back up into Super Saiyan and keeps fighting. They could do the scene where he dies and then you switch into Trunks. That would be interesting. That version of Trunks, by the way, has, like, nothing, right? And I think that special is very untapped in terms of animations, right? There's a lot of stuff they could do in there. Like 17 and 18 have got a lot of animations that they potentially could do as well. So I'm looking for Trunks Youth, right? That's what it is? It's Trunks Teen. Is it? No. There's one. Yeah, right here. Trunks Youth Future. Look at this. And yet Trunks Youth Super Saiyan Future doesn't even exist. This is a very specific time frame because this Trunks Dokkan awakens into this one right here. This like Super Saiyan 1. Although it's weird because this is like way different Trunkses, right? This is from the special. And then this is Trunks returning in Dragon Ball Z to the future. So it's just like so far away. Trunks has a fight at the end of the special that's completely unrepresented in the game, right? They could do good, they could do a lot of stuff with that. I would be okay with them going back to Trunks heavily, because Trunks sucks right now in Dokkan pretty much. It's just LR Vegeta and Trunks, right? They could do a lot of stuff for Trunks. Oh, okay. There's no argument for Global and JP not syncing up that isn't purely selfish. Yeah, but I mean, almost any argument in either direction is kind of selfish, though, isn't it? Like I suppose, but like it would pretty much just always go that way. Like I don't know if there's like an argument we can make where it's not. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. 23rd World Tournament Goku's worse than Gamma 1? Maybe. I don't know that I'd go that far with Goku. I guess. I mean, the thing is, Gamma 1 doesn't really get caught, right? Where the 23rd World Tournament Goku discourse, it can get a little bit tough because Goku, it's like, you revive and he's like the strongest unit in the game. And then it's like, if he doesn't get hit by a super a lot of times, even if he hasn't revived, I mean, his defense is still high enough to tank. The problem for Goku is if he gets hit by a super from one of the big bosses when he's not guarding and no one's revived. I mean, if you're me, it happens every time you use him. But I don't know if it's as common for other people. Physical God Goku will be the best aging unit in the game. Best aging unit in the game. He's eventually probably going to get pretty squishy, and then it's going to be reliant on his dodge more than anything. We'll see. That Super Saiyan transformation and stuff like that, the active could still be pretty good, provided you use that as a finishing tool, and like the Super Saiyan version is never going to get hit. We'll see. I don't know that I agree with this. It's one of those characters where it's like, if they have a strong Rainbow Orb Changer, they're cooking, but like they didn't have that, is the thing. Right? Like it didn't really exist. Like, I am predicting that this character is gonna be absolutely ludicrous when they EZA. Because all the Dokkan Fest exclusive LRs have been. So if you really like this unit, I think they're going to be very nutty when they get their EZA. Sealing is better than stunning in most cases? Because of units that have to get hit early on. No, I don't. No. That's no. Okay, so on units where characters have to get hit early on in fights, this is almost entirely only relevant for like Red Zone style content. The Super Battle Road fights are so short that like it doesn't matter that characters have to get hit. Stunning is way better than sealing because it's like both are mostly a non-factor in like the really tough fights. I mean, some of them, right, like Red Zone, Broly, and Omega, like you could do some stuff turn 1, right? But like stunning and sealing, like what is it? Broly can be stunned but not sealed, right? And then Omega can be either, I believe. Red Zone Omega. I think stunning is way better. but they're both mainly only relevant for Super Battle Road, both abilities, and I guess Battlefield as well. Because the thing with stunning though, sealing, you could seal bosses, sure, they can't super attack, but like the really shitty squishy characters will still get crushed. If you stun, right, like you can hide bad characters. I think stunning is way better than sealing, and I don't even think it's particularly close at all. Let me just pull up Extreme Super Battle Road. Here's a perfect example of this. Wait, didn't I pull up Extreme Super Battle Road? Am I stupid? I am stupid, but didn't I pull up Extreme? I swore I clicked Extreme, didn't I? What? I'm gonna have to go back and double check that later. Someone remind me. Okay, special pose. Extreme Super Battle Road just dropped. These enemies, I mean, like they're supering you for 1,000,000, basically, right? And the damage they're dealing, like you're not sealing these guys and then coasting with special pose outside of the gammas. Probably not. It's stunning. Stunning is what can allow you to survive these fights. Yeah, I really don't see what Platy's getting at with sealing, because this again doesn't matter. This is only really a factor in like longer fights, not these Super Battle Road fights, which I mean, how often do Super Battle Road fights hit a turn 3 lately? I feel like it's not like these like characters designed to crush red zone, right? Like Gamma 2 will sweep the entire field in that Extreme Super Battle Road stage in like one go with good luck. God Goku's still probably the #1 TUR if you factor in consistency and team. Now, God Goku does have a condition, which is 6 orbs. I typically haven't had too much trouble with that, but I do wonder if that's just a me thing. I would say I don't think it's a problem at all if God Goku created rainbow orbs, but he doesn't. God Goku creates a type orb, which means you can get screwed, right? The thing about like Kid Goku or LR Bulma or one of those types of orb changers, it's not common that you're going to get cucked using those orbs. God Goku is up there. I mean, I would probably have God Goku as my #2 TUR. I don't think I would put God Goku above Piccolo Jr. though. Not at the moment. And if I factor in too Piccolo Jr.'s giant form and his active, and the fact that Piccolo Jr. is probably the best World Tournament unit in the game, no one can know for sure because the World Tournament hasn't happened since he's been around, but he's probably the best World Tournament. Everyone on Twitter is cringe. Int Broly's goated. Define goated. Does Broly need a new Dokkan Fest exclusive LR? Yeah. Is Int Broly good? No. 8th anniversary overall was not hype. I disagree, but we'll keep reading. Great new mechanics, but not really a difficult event to test them out fully. Well, I mean, the toughest fight in the game is from the 8th anniversary. Z-Duo will pop when longer hard events come back. Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing, Smooth Operator. I don't think this is happening. At this point, can they even balance like the super long difficult content? Like I think they could do like a new legendary Goku event. But like do we think that they're going to drop like red zone stages that are going to go like 15 plus turns? Like I don't know. You just have characters like the Dragon Ball Z duo, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, where it's like if that fight goes past 10 turns, there's just no unit that could be better than them. They're just gonna be so dumb. The amount of damage that character can rack up is so ridiculous too. Like they hit so hard when they're triple critting, because it's like you really do want to probably build them crit, right? So the Spirit Bomb crits. And then they have build up crit as well. So it's like they just end up just wiping bosses away. I strongly disagree with this though. Dude, this is so tough. I'm glad he brought this up though, because it's like maybe some of you guys weren't around like when it first dropped. And again, a lot of you guys do play global, so I get it. But when they dropped Red Zone Broly and Omega, people were pissed because people couldn't beat them. They were so hard that people couldn't really win against Red Zone, Omega, and Broly. Like, people didn't even have a no-item run against Broly for a week or something like that. Like, Red Zone, completely invalidated the entire game. I have been pleading with people to understand that they can't do that all the time. The 7th anniversary was just a complete hard reset. That's something that has to happen every couple of years. Could you imagine if they did that for the 8th anniversary again? And like, imagine that the Gammas and Kid Goku were not good enough. Think about the fact that AGL Trunks was, I guess his time slot was Bardock. Kid Goku was Tech Kefla's time slot, and then the Gammas were LR Hit and God Goku. LR Hit and God Goku, when Red Zone dropped, was completely dead, and they've never been seen again because Tournament of Power is unrunnable, right? Like, imagine if the Gammas were unrunnable 2 months after they came out. That's what happened. Like, they can't, like, guys, they can't do that. And I don't think it's good to have in your head that if they don't do that, it's not a hype celebration. You can't do that because you're setting yourself up to just hate the game for no reason, right? And I swear the 8th anniversary is so disrespected. It is. People are full of shit. The 8th anniversary is so disrespected. I would agree that the 7th anniversary was better, but I waited until the entire campaign was done so we could do a proper decision rather than jumping the gun. The way the 8th anniversary played out, part 1 and 2 were better than the 7th anniversary. Part 3, this is where the 7th anniversary, I don't know if a celebration will ever be able to match what the 7th anniversary did in part 3. Let me actually, I'm passionate about this topic. We'll bring both up. Let's talk about this. We'll go to 7th year. I kind of don't like the way they changed this recently. So it's going to be down here, right? We want part 3 because the 7th anniversary, right? Not only was there a part 3, but then you had the EX part 2. So by the time we get to part 3, oh yeah, I mean, these guys, in terms of hype, these guys are way higher than I think that the LR is the Easy 8 here. But in part 3 and the EX part, we had 4 Dokkan Fest LR Easy A's, the 2 hardest fights in the game, along with several other really good fights like Red Zone Bojack, Red Zone Janemba, Red Zone Super 17, really good fights along with Omega and Broly, which were the hardest in the game. And you had 4 Dokkan Fest LR Easy A's, who were all crazy at the time, because this, again, was the reset of the 7th anniversary. There was 20 good characters or something. I don't know. It was a very small amount of characters who were really good, right? And then we also had the LR. So, again, this is different between Global and JP, but on JP, Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr., they're an anniversary unit. They're not an anniversary unit on Global. It gets tricky. It's another reason I think people are ridiculous downplay where people were trying to say that a lot of those World Tournament characters weren't JP anniversary characters. It's ridiculous. It's those characters released during the anniversary. They're anniversary characters. Vegeta Jr. and Goku Jr. were only anniversary on JP, but guess what? They're still a fucking anniversary character, right? Like, yeah, they are. So it doesn't matter if they released early on Global. So this factors in along with this. And like this EX part, this is one of the main reasons why I think the 7th anniversary is better. The 8th anniversary in part 1, it's like, I feel like a lot of people don't actually ever break this down, right? They just kind of ride off of emotion and go like, well, I liked this celebration better without looking too deep into it, so I like it better. But like, when you compare these head to head, you see that the 8th anniversary matches up completely until you get to the very end, right? Because the very end of the 7th anniversary is just something that I'm not really so confident is going to get beaten like ever. I don't, it's going to be so tough because remember, another thing about the 7th anniversary is those are the first Dokkan Fest LRs that Easy Aid was in the 7th anniversary. And we got 4 of them that Easy Aid, which was so nutty. Let's look at part 3. So we had them. Just like missions, easy area here. We did have Sin, which was good. We had missions. I thought this event was fun. And then we had a chain battle. And then they're easy. Oh, this was burst mode right here. This is burst mode, yeah. I mean, it's good, but just the one stage of Sin, like you can't, even though Sin is the hardest fight, it's incomparable to put the Sin fight against the 6 fights that dropped in the 7th anniversary with 4 of them being ridiculously challenging top tier fights, right? Well, maybe even 5. Because the Shadow Dragons, I think, are a bit weaker. That stage, but like those are all like solid fights. But the 8th anniversary, huge long segment here. 8th anniversary is underhyped and disrespected by the community. I do think that the global player base are gonna receive this anniversary quite well. I do. I thought it was a good anniversary. I think the 7th anniversary right now is the best anniversary. 8th anniversary is number 2. And I think the cooler movie Worldwide Download Celebration is the number 1 celebration ever. Diamond background goes hard. You're trolling. Come on. Yeah, go. Yeah, this is very hard. He's memeing, though. I know who this is. It's one of the meme guys right here. Yeah. He's memeing. Cooler hasn't aged and is still top 10. Well, okay, remember, aging is... There's a couple of different ways we could talk about a character aging. We could say they aged because there's a new difficult fight, right? Like, perfect example... AGL Dokkan Fest Trunks or LR Hit and God Goku. You know, they're super good, but then Red Zone aged them in dog years instantaneously. All of a sudden, they were shit units, right? Cooler, that has not happened to him, right? Like Cooler does pretty good in the Sin fight. I mean, things could go bad, but I mean, things could go bad for Cooler in the Broly fight and, you know, other fights like that. The other thing that can happen, though, is repeated, way better characters come out. And that has happened for Cooler. Just stronger characters, flat out. Stronger characters who work better on better, like, Saiyan teams have come out. Which kind of pushes Cooler a little bit down. Top 10 overall? Hell no. Top 10 LRs? He's fringe. But I don't... Cooler's very good. I don't know. It's tough. 23rd World Tournament Goku's massively underrated. See, this is exactly why I don't, like... see, already in these videos, we're seeing people talk about, oh, he's overrated, he's underrated, he's overrated, he's underrated. I mean, it does make me more so lean that he's properly rated. Because it's like, it's not like, I think an underrated character would be LR Vegeta and Trunks. Well, okay, I say that. Typically, the only talk I see from Vegeta and Trunks, besides, like, me and, like, Minato, is, like, slander, basically. Remember the bozos were talking about Vegeta and Trunks were falling off in, like, what was that, October? Or some shit? That's a character that, to me, feels underrated. Vegeta and Trunks, they're definitely not even in discussion for top 3. Hell no. Trunks and Vegeta do not compare to Bulma, or Orange Piccolo, or GT Goku and Vegeta. But Trunks and Vegeta are a very strong unit, and they're not gonna age easily. That's the other thing with Trunks and Vegeta. They're very strong. And Blue Fusion's easy. 5th anniversary Blue Fusion is probably one of the best designs this guy's seen. Yeah. Blue Fusion. Yep, I agree. I said that earlier. Ultimate Gohan has done worse for the community than has done any good. I mean, yeah, but that starts with the fact that that's the worst thing Dokkan has done is release Gohan the way they did, treat Beast the way they did. It's just a whole annoying situation. People in the Dokkan community when debating on character who's better always complain when the opponent has links, turns. But this is true. Yeah. I will say this over and over. A lot of times I don't like so the complaints about, so like I agree with what this guy's saying, but I see a lot of people will complain when a character has support, but remember, there's multiple different types we could look at that. If Bulma is there, you got to throw your hands up. Like, I mean, okay, yeah, but like you would never not run Bulma. Like, you will always run Bulma, right? But if it's like, you know, the obvious example to me is physical Kid Buu. Like, it's like, what is he doing there? Kid Buu is contributing nothing to the team. If he gets touched once, if the run goes even slightly not perfect RNG, you've lost, right? Just to make the character look a little bit better. So there's different types of things, right? Like, I don't know. Garlic Jr. is an example of a character. He's got good links. He's got good support. But, I mean, wow, actually, Garlic Jr. is 2 years old in like 2 or 3 days. When did Kid Gohan and Garlic Jr. come out? It would have been like May 30th of 2021 or something like that, right? Garlic Jr. would be a great Dokkan Fest, by the way. Oh, by the way, I mean, I'm recording this now. I expect the next Dokkan Fest announcement in 4 hours, actually. May 31st. So May 31st, the last 2 years was when they came out. Okay. All right, what do we got here? They should Dokkan Awaken her, even though most players don't have her. Well, if they did that, they would make her available for people as well. They've done this a lot, where they've awakened one of these old characters, but then made them easily available. Look at the fusion of Yamcha and Tiancha. He had never even released on Global, right? Before they awakened him. So I think that this is only a good idea, because this would allow a lot of people who weren't there at the start of 2018 to be able to have this Android 18, 100%. Yeah. I would prefer if like no characters were unobtainable. 7th years are no. This is just a clown take. I'm sorry. No offense. Let me not be. I don't want to be too rude to anyone, but I mean this is just factually wrong. There's no way. No chance. The 7th anniversary LRs, I think they're still like solid, but you have so much RNG going into them being good, right? Is Gogeta getting his counter, right? Did you get a lot of stacks in? Did you not get caught on turn 3 where they suck? Right? Like all those different things. Are the gods dodging, or are they slutting you out? Right? Like there's a lot of stuff, whereas Vegeta and Trunks are just slot 1, they're tanking, right? No, this has never even been close. I remember people were trying to dude, 2 days into using Vegeta and Trunks, it's like, oh my god, like they're like 50 times better than the 7th anniversary LRs. They should have banners where it's 3 main featured units, LR, then 2 side units. Last 4 to 5 slots, you could pick any Dokkan Fest? I don't know how that... So, like for the slot on the banner, you would pick which character goes... I don't even know how they would do that. I mean, I see... I just don't think... I just don't think that's something that would happen. Oh, I see what he's saying. If he wants Vegito for collection, I would need to spend like 50 to get it. He's referring to the blue stone with this. Okay. Number one, I think one reason, remember, one thing people never understand, and let's say Dragon Ball Super comes back with an anime, this is something people are gonna, I think, learn quickly, unless they're given they can't even be given a heads up, though. That's not how it's gonna work. Okay. Back in the day, characters were so like Dokkan definitely knew about UI Goku in advance. Dokkan knew about Vegito Blue in advance and stuff like that. So they were able to time these releases for when the stuff dropped. Now, at least in the case of Beast and the superhero stuff, I can tell you factually that the games did not have advanced knowledge of these stuff. They didn't know they were coming. So it's like, if this would happen with the anime too, which, I mean, unfortunately, you know, I've heard some not so good things about a potential anime. I've heard that there's not actually anything coming. That's what I've heard, but you know, who am I? I'm just some dummy, right? If Super would come back, because the thing is that unless the anime was like completely done months in advance, so that like the scenes could be shown to the Dokkan devs. Like these characters, they do 1-to-1 animations, right? Like the way the new animation style is. When UI Goku dropped the same day on Dokkan back then, he was doing a 2016 Kamehameha. Vegito Blue was, you know, his was a little bit more advanced, but it wasn't that crazy, right? Nowadays, it takes them time to make those animations, no doubt about it. Like, you know, all right, new Dragon Ball Super episode 200, Super Saiyan 4 Broly introduced. Like, I wouldn't expect him to be in Dokkan for probably months. It would probably take months for him to show up, because they need to create the animations. And again, it's not like the anime is made months in advance before an episode would drop to where they could even show it to the devs. So it's like, maybe they knew it was coming, but like they would have to come up with something themselves, right? Like they would need time. So that's one thing to point out there. This, I sidetracked a lot, but whatever. Gamma 1 is a fraud. I mean, that's just not even correct. This is also not even, no, that's just not correct. Game has nothing to offer if you don't pull the new units. A lot of people claim that's not true. I feel like this year especially, it's been a very common topic for a lot of players. Um, I mean, listen, the game is not PvP, right? Like, people won't really accept this or even say this is true, but Dokkan releases way more content nowadays than they used to. Can we pull up an old time celebration? Like, if I just pulled up, how far back does this go? I think a lot of these early ones, yeah, it's like it says work in progress. Even the 5th year is a work in progress. This is 2020. Can I get like? Damn, this sucks. Dude, I'd have to pull up my own video. Like, oh, dude, I open up a new tab on the other monitor, but I could just, I made this a bookmark for a reason. Let's take a look here. Damn, what do we want to search for? What if we did Namek Goku? Well, the Namek Goku celebration, this character right here, they made him to directly counter Legends Anniversary. Can I pull that up? Let me see. Because it's like, in order to get some of these celebration infos... Oh, this is the global version of it. Okay. Is this? Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's take a look at what a 2019 celebration was looking like. This might be a little bit tough because you guys, as you guys know, I do have a tendency to blabber away. Let's take a look here. Oh God, again, it's I don't know how to document it. Well, okay, actually, what are the chances that this is just on the wiki? Like I'm about, before I sit down to do this. So this sort of in the 4th year. Yeah, it's just, yeah, so they all the global celebrations they've got marked down. Let's take a look. So we got these stones, Dokkan Fest. Dokkan event. Oh my god, okay. I coincidentally picked the we got the celebration where they introduced the legendary Goku event. Okay. Well, okay, that doesn't work out too well. You have the EZA right there. This was not new. Buhan EZA. These were not new at the time. Wait, were they? No, I don't. This was not the first time Global got this character, was it? I just, my point is that it's not like Dokkan releases way less content now compared to the way it used to be, right? If anything, they are actually putting out a lot more content. I do think a lot of people have just like soured on the game though. Like there's nothing wrong with that either. After playing it for years and years, like a lot of these criticisms and complaints. Okay, hold on. Haven't played much Dokkan besides logging in, so this might be controversial now. Oh! I thought he was gonna talk about how dead Dokkan has been or something like that. But I don't know. I feel like people are just not really enjoying the game as much because they've played it for so long. And so, like, expectations are like, okay, like, are we going to get 50 million events or something like that? Like, Golden Week could have been better. They could have given us, like, a new Legendary Goku event, right? But, like, if you go over everything Golden Week did, it was actually pretty good. I bet you if I polled, like, if I made a poll right now and said, like, actually, I'm curious. Why don't we do, like, a live experiment? Now, Twitter is something I can't really show too much. Because it's like, you guys know what I'm talking about. I scroll once a little bit in the video, and then we're going to have to go ahead and really do some craziness. Okay, here. Let me make a quick tweet. I guess there's nothing on this screen I can't show. Okay. So let's do this. Let me not mess up my typing. Okay, so Golden Week 2023. Okay. So we got this. Which one is poll? This? Good and bad. And I'm gonna put a question mark like this. Let's just put this up. So this poll is up. I'm gonna be curious to see what this looks like. just during the recording of this video until we're done. We're going to come back to this in a little bit and see what people are saying. I'm just curious. Because I assume most people would say that the celebration was actually pretty bad. And I do think that they rebounded quite nicely with the really strong free-to-play characters at the end, right? I've really been blabbering away. Let's look at some quotes here. Assuming Goku has his revive passive, this is the best rotation in the game. Maybe. I mean, keep in mind that Piccolo doesn't have his big links up on this rotation. No big bad bosses, no thirst for conquest, right? You want to keep that in mind. They're still top 5. I agree. Yeah, I have them at 5, actually, yeah. They're very good. They just have a major flaw. But yeah, I agree. They're 5. This guy's better than people give him credit for. Guard, when HP's above 58%, has been very clutch for me. Yeah, Guard is great. I would much rather a character is like this Gohan than 23rd World Tournament Goku with the way Guard is. Although, let me not use Goku as an example because I think he's well designed. Let's use Super Buu as an example. I prefer what this Gohan has in terms of Guard over what LR Super Buu has. LR Super Buu just has a 70% chance to guard. This guy guards when HP is above 58%. I much prefer Guard with condition than Guard through chance, right? I think conditional Guard is really good, whereas the chance Guard kind of sucks. And yes, you could transform much easily with him compared to the way it used to be because of the strength of the Gammas and Android 8, and there's another one. Who was it? Cell. Int Cell. If a unit needs an absurd amount of support, help, conditions, and team build isn't a good unit, Beast Gohan. I'm not going to say Beast Gohan is not a good unit. You can't. The thing with Beast Gohan is his intro makes him relevant across the entire game, and probably for quite a while. Battlefield, Easy A's, Super Battle Road stages, he just obliterates those modes. He destroys them. He would be so helpful for a new player or a free-to-play player with the way he can crush a lot of the other content. I do think that in the high-end red zone stages, those last bosses will just blow him away. If it's a Key Blast Super, at least he's got a 50% chance to block against, say, Broly. But that's what I'm gonna go with there. Again, if I have to settle on one thing, I would call him good, but I do not think he's top 10. But I would call him good. Top 5 overall, no, I wouldn't say that. Would I say Piccolo Jr. is better than the 8th anniversary LR? No, I don't think so. Would I have Piccolo at 6? I probably would actually have Piccolo at 6. I've been going to the other monitor a lot during this recording. I'm not doing a part 3 to this, so we could go. I mean, I'm having fun recording this. I can keep going for a while. Let me see. Maybe we'll break an hour on this one. You guys watch the shit out of these, so it's fine. My top 10 LRs. Would I have Piccolo Jr. above him? I would actually probably say no. Piccolo Jr. above Vegeta and Trunks? Piccolo Jr. I would put above Carnival Goku. Would I? I don't know. No, I don't think so. Definitely not even close. I probably like a lot of these guys better, I think. But you know, do I like God Goku as the best team? No. Nah, it can't disrespect Piccolo Jr. like that. I don't know. Piccolo Jr., it's like I'm probably putting him in this range. Probably. I might need to think on that more. Not top 5 overall, though, because no way am I putting him up here with these guys. Definitely not. He is very good, though. Very good, very good. I would say I'm going with he's the number 1 TUR, so I'm not changing that. Tech Janemba for his role as a top 20 TUR. Maybe. Would I rather run Tech Pan or Tech Janemba? Bro, you'd have to give me some thinking about that. I'd probably say Tech Pan, actually. Yeah, without even hesitating. I don't know. I mean, Tech Janemba for me, maybe for a lot of like, it makes sense, right? I don't like Tech Janemba because of orbs. I've never been able to get his orbs ever. And what is the main reason I haven't liked LR Ultimate Gohan? Key. It's tough to get him his orbs. I can't. I can't. PyCon is different because PyCon gets one rainbow orb and he can super and he dodges. Tech Janemba, you need the fucking red seed apart for Tech Janemba to be good. I refuse. I refuse to accept the Tech Janemba love. No way. Not a chance. You need way too much ridiculous luck, which doesn't exist on his team. He doesn't have a good rainbow orb changer on his team. You have LR Bojack, but most of those characters aren't space traveling warriors. So it's like very specific rotations for LR Bojack. And LR Bojack is not like a main rotation unit. You would be floating him. So, no, absolutely not. No way. No. It's not even close to the 7th anniversary. This is just, I don't want to be rude to anyone. And I mean, I am asking for hot takes, but it's not even close. It's not even close. Okay. I'm glad this came up during these hot take videos here. At this point, global players should almost skip anniversary, with 4 very top tier units not returning for 11 months. So this is referring to the worldwide download celebration characters and how long it takes them to return. Now, I would like to point out, though, we're calling 4 very top tier characters. I am very sour on the part 2 characters from last year, Metal Cooler and Goku and Vegeta, but it's always been this way, because 2021, the Vegeta and Goku and LR Krillin and Gohan, Vegeta and Goku is a good unit, but like Krillin and Gohan suck. And then the year before that was just Angel Vegeta. So I don't like the Worldwide Download Celebration Part 2 characters have literally never been really that crazy. I shouldn't disrespect the Vegeta and Goku Revive character, but it's not like these characters have a history of, get back! You know, like Metal Cooler, like, yeah, right. That fraud. You mean the character that takes 600k damage slot 1, doesn't die, doesn't revive, and then the character in slot 2 dies for me? Oh, yeah, that one. No, I'm good. All right, but this is a very good point for the part 1 characters, right? Like Cooler and Carnival Goku have not returned on Global. You know, but like this also is even deeper. The Gammas have not returned on Global because they're coming back on the anniversary banners for JP. So it's like they're characters that end up in limbo a long time as well. So, okay. So the global anniversary characters, I feel like I'm doing a bad job of talking about this right now. The global anniversary characters, they'll come out, what, like the 8th, 9th, 10th? Probably, I don't know, 8th, 9th, 10th, one of those 3 days. It's typically the 9th, isn't it? But it's a Sunday. I don't know if that matters. Let's just say the 9th. They're going to come out on the 9th. They will be back on Christmas, right? Happens every year. So you know exactly where they're coming back. Let's say, what's like a really nasty, that'll make globals piss their pants if they don't pull them and they got to wait 11 months. Let's say part 1 is like a fusing Goku and Vegeta into Vegito Blue. Like a Goku Vegeta future saga character that fused into Vegito Blue. It would be one of the most popular characters ever released in Dokkan history, right? And then on Global, you blew your load to pull the 8th anniversary LRs, who would come back only a couple months later anyway. And you miss out on this theoretical Vegito, and then this Vegito comes out, what, like August 30th? And then that character is going to return on Global for like July 9th of 2024. Right? Like, it's like the thing, if you're a Global player, Global kind of has a really tough position they're put in. Because the 2 biggest celebrations of the year are essentially back to back. Keep in mind on JP, anniversary was, 4 months ago already. We're 4 months away from anniversary. Then we're going to go into Tanabata, which is a big celebration, and then we go into Worldwide as well. But it's like, it's been a long time on JP since we have had a major celebration. So we don't really have this issue so much. I guess for JP, like for JP players might have to decide, do I want to summon for Tanabata or save more for Worldwide? But I think global players prioritizing the Worldwide Download Celebration is smarter. And then you could just get the 8th anniversary characters with red coins because you know they're going to be back in this calendar year, right? Like, if you don't pull the Worldwide Download Celebration units, you know, they're power crept to hell by the time they return. So, and then he continues on, games being synced would fix this issue. Why, yes, it would, and I agree. Almost like, follow me here, kids, the games should sync. I agree. Also, this Goku's overrated. See, this is exactly why I don't think this Goku is overrated either. It's because we're going back and forth. Goku's overrated. Goku's underrated. Goku's overrated. Goku's underrated. To me, that makes me think he's properly rated, actually. Very dupe dependent. Yeah, a couple of people have said that, though. What? Broku Satsu. He's 2 years old. I've not seen a single person talk about this character in like 6 months. Bruh. My man is targeting, if we ranked it gave every character in the game a number from 1 to, 2,000 and how good they are. This guy's picking a fight with character like 150. Like, I don't, Broly might even, he's probably even lower than that. Like, that's probably generous. No, bro, nobody gives a shit about this Broly, man. Come on. He's memeing. If you're going to say 2 years ago when he came out, when he got his EZA, hell no. That Broly was insane when he got his EZA. I don't like rewriting history. A perfect example of this. I will scream from the mountains, fuck LR full power Frieza. These days, I hate, he's terrible. But the day he came out, he was fighting for the #1 spot in the game. There's no doubt about that. Right? So it's like, just because he sucks now doesn't mean he sucked back then. And that's the same thing with this Broly. Yeah, I agree. Top 3. Top 3 is where you have to have her. Don't want to accept that units that aren't hype can be best units in the game. The thing is, it's very important for a character like Bulma to be top 3 level. Videl is another good example of people trying to rewrite history. Oh, Videl's not that good. Videl was literally the god of the game the day she came out. Like, we're not going to rewrite history on that, right? Like, Videl and Bulma are great examples of how you release this type. This is exactly masterclass of what to do with this type of character, is this. Because Bulma, no matter what anyone says, Bulma is not that hype, right? Bulma is not a Super Saiyan. Casual Dragon Ball fans are not gonna, people who don't follow the community, people who don't even know about JP Dokkan, they're not pulling their phone out, Bulma. That's what they're doing, right? Like, so it's important that they made her as good as they did. So that's really good that they did. Vector and Alan hot takes. Semi-damaging to the community is funny to watch. Yeah, they're both very damaging to the community. For sure. Alan was driven insane by Eller Ultimate Gohan. And, I mean, Vector, I don't know. Delusional something. I don't know. I got no... This is the mind of a madman right here. I couldn't tell you. Alan lost his goddamn mind after Ultimate Gohan dropped. I could tell you that for free. What the hell? We're talking about this unit again. What? The last part. Why is this character getting brought up so much? Hello? I disagree. Tapion would not be a hype Dokkan Fest. But I do think he's a worthy Dokkan Fest. I think we're going to get one in 3.5 hours. If it's Tapion, I'm cool with that. I got no problem with Tapion. I don't, again, by the general consensus, casual players are not, they're going to say, who is this? And it's not summoning, right? Like, casual people don't even know who Tapion is. 23rd World Tournament units are top 10 units in the entire game. Top 10 best. I mean, I certainly think Piccolo Jr., like, in here, sure. Piccolo Jr. top 10, like, I'm not fighting that. Yeah, I'm not really hot taking this. I'm saying I believe this right here. Yep. They are not top 10. Top 10 TURs? Nah, they definitely are. Who are you? Damn. Okay, we're gonna go on another field trip. Can I just press the back button here? I sure can. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm going on another field. My 50th field trip of the video. Let me pull up my last top 10 TURs. When is this? Like May 3rd or something like that? Yeah. Yeah, May 3rd. Yeah. All right, let's take a look. I have him at 9. That's not exactly. But it's like, who are we putting in there? Ginyu? I don't think I could put Ginyu above them. Bardock? No. Nah, no way. I love a Scouter, but above them, no chance. Like you're not gonna fight with me about Tech Pan, right? Like there's no way. Goku and Gohan? No. One thing, if we're gonna compare them to Goku and Gohan, remember that Goku and Gohan, they're, I don't know, the 500th Saiyan on like 500 Saiyan teams that are good, whereas like 17 and 17 are like like their teams are dying to have any help. They're top 10 TURs, yeah. What were we? We were looking at quotes, and now we're off quotes again. Sure, we can just go back to replies. I'll keep that up just in case. Let me move this over. These are quotes. What is this? Oh, this is the poll we did. Interesting. So most people would actually say it's good. That's actually a bit surprising to me. I would have thought. I actually would have thought people would be saying they thought it was bad. This does surprise me, actually. Okay. Let's look at one more quote and then we'll go to replies. That's not even, this guy's trolling. Like, there's no way someone could think this. He's trolling. Because, I mean, Orange Piccolo wipes away the ability for enemy super attacks to do supers. Wait, what is this? Giant forms are starting to get really overrated. Him and Junior suddenly made everyone believe the giant mechanic is like top 1 defensive utilities now. Carlton, do you know what the giant transformation does? It causes the bosses to be unable to super attack. I mean, if the bosses can't super, we would agree that the fights aren't even hard at all. Like, there's no challenge whatsoever, right? Orange Piccolo is so busted because of his giant form that he literally removes any semblance of challenge from the fight. So how could they possibly be overrated? How could you possibly say that? I don't get it. Like, I would almost say Carlton is speaking of, like, he's not aware that they cancel the boss mechanics. It's not a glitch. It's not an oversight. It's how these giant forms, rage forms work. Yeah, we're going to go back to replies here. Okay. Think that players who complain about there not being enough content in the game don't know how to play the game at all? Whoa. Some instances their complaints are justified. More often, it's just some spoiled brats. I don't, okay. A lot of times I do think complaints are justified. Golden Week is an example. There was a dead week. That's unacceptable. Dokkan specifically has gone with, like, content choices, like burst mode and stuff like that, to where there shouldn't be a dead week, right? Like, the problem with them in Golden Week is that they mismanaged when they're dropping stuff. Like, the celebration pacing is bad. I don't know. I certainly would not say that people are being spoiled brats. I just think that the game is just getting stale to people. But I don't, like, outside of Dokkan releasing, like, red zone stages every celebration, I just don't think that that's possible for people who are burnt out on the game to not be burnt out on the game. Unless they're dropping stuff like, Dokkan Fest 3 times a month, red zone stages every celebration, right? It's just not really realistic. And, some of these issues, it's not like a Dokkan itself problem. Like, I'm a pretty big fan of Dead by Daylight. And I see a lot of these same, complaints about the game being dead, right? Stuff like that. Like, this is a common thing across, like, games and stuff like that. Like, every community wants the game that they're playing, the devs, to do better, to put in more effort, to make the game better, to have more content, to have better rewards. It's like all these complaints across most of these game communities are actually the same. You change a couple of keywords around and every complaint is nearly identical, right? If you stack defense more often, he'd still be a viable option. I mean, he's pretty old now. He does everything, though. So he's going to have a very intriguing EZA. Dude, in order for him to be a viable option, like, it's just not really possible. Like, his numbers are just... Can I see, like... Let me close some of this. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's close a bunch of this shit. Okay. Who are we talking about? Frieza. Let's talk about Frieza. He's a villain. Let's compare him to Piccolo Jr., which is the most recent villain Dokkan Fest. So he gets 100%, and then he gets 50% right there. Okay. Let's take a look at Piccolo Jr. 101%. Then he gets 150%. And then he builds up 20% attack and evens up to 100% right there. And then he could also get 60%, or he could also get 100%. Like, you see the difference? Like, that's a 3-year difference right there. Right? Like, just in stats. That's the thing. Like these years old characters can't, like, look at this. You can't compete with this. There's no chance. It's very unusual exceptions like Tech Gohan, AJL Pycon, right? Additional dodge builds over additional crit builds. Well, yeah. I mean, crit builds? What? Whatever, man. I mean, it's more of a preference thing, I guess. I prefer to build my characters more around defensive-oriented. Additionals and dodge is defensive. Additionals and crits is obviously offensive. Typically, I've found that just defense is better than offense 99% of the time in, like, virtually every way. Right? Defense is just always better. It's always going to age better. It's always going to be better. Sure, I would say Bulma, but I don't have a problem people saying Orange Piccolo's #1. I got no issue with that whatsoever. Double Orange Piccolo is literally built for 9th, 10th year anniversary content. Yeah, I mean, dude, think about how hard fights would have to be for this guy to struggle. Again, it would be a game reset again. In order to make Orange Piccolo struggle, you need a game resetter. The characters are just so busted now. World Tour Goku's in a different tier if you are with Ma Jr. You have to build a team around him. All you need is GT Duo. I'm going with God Goku. I'm going with God Goku. Oh, this is interesting. Someone who does not play Dokkan at all. LR shouldn't be on different types of banners. So, well, I'm just... just on the second, I want to just take a look at this guy's account real quick. Vow Beef. Yeah, Vow Beef. Let me take a look at this guy. Does he play... I'm just curious if he plays Legends. I mean, am I going to easily find... Yeah, he does play Legends. Okay. Yeah, he's a Legends player. I could just quickly show this. And you could just take a look at his pictures. He's a Legends player. The thing, though... I mean, I would love to ask him. So this means you hate Ultra banners, correct? Because Ultra banners are the same thing as LRs, right? It's... there's... legendary finish, like banners, which don't have ultras on them, right? And then there's the ultra banners, which have the ultras. It's like the same thing. Shouldn't be a difference between Dokkan Fest LRs, Yellow Queen LRs, and Carnival LRs. I don't have an issue with this. Not enough differences to warrant different banner types. I've never really found that to be an issue. We need more hybrid representation. So in 2021, we got... It's like... He's a Legends player. So, like, remember, Legends they just released, like, 5 million Trunkses in, like, 2 days. Dokkan did the same thing in 2021, right? Where 50 Trunks just came out. Then Red Zone dropped and they all sucked. It was so Trunks got shafted so hard in Dokkan. They dropped 500 versions of Trunks and they all sucked instantly because of Red Zone. Yeah, I'm trying to like I just don't really see this as an issue. These different LR banners and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, like no one liked the carnival coin thing, but I don't know. I'm trying to also keep in mind that this guy doesn't play Dokkan, right? So his experience is just gonna be seeing like his friends talking about it and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really think there's that much of an issue. Hybrid representation, though, yeah, I'd be down with like another Kid Gohan, I guess, or something. So we had Beast / Ultimate. When was there another hybrid besides that? Can I pull up the timeline of events? When was the last? Because you had Bardock and Yamcha. You had the Gammas and Kid Goku. I mean, Vegeta and Trunks, sort of. I guess Golden Week was the Goku and Gohan. There hasn't really been like standalone like. Oh, I guess Pan. I hate Pan though. I hate her design so much. Yeah, I'm more hybrids. I'm down with more hybrids for sure. STR during EZ8 and the LR version with EZ in the same celebration. They could. Yeah, they definitely could. Whoa. Alright, hold I gotta compose myself. I'm not about to read Broly slander. Surely no. You're not putting in front of my tired eyes Broly this. Are you, Zach? Let me see. Double Broly Worldwide would be my least favorite celebration. Oh, due to how Dokkan designs Broly units with links, making it a waste for villain slots. Okay. He pulled it back. I get it. Yeah, I see this a lot of times where I've seen people, do people really not consider Broly a villain in Dokkan? Yeah, it's the link thing. Broly is just a Saiyan, right? Like, if we want villains, we want characters like, you know, Slug, Cooler, Turles, Bojack, Janemba, Goku Black, Fusion Zamasu. Those are characters filled with these villain links. Thirst for Conquest, Brutal Beatdown, Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses, right? Like, Metamorphosis, all those types of links. Those are the types of characters we're looking for to help these villains out. Dokkan really should just make a master villain category, and then they could just use all the other things for 200%, right? So what would they should just make they should literally just copy Legends Powerful Opponent category. They should just copy it, just call it like opponents, and just have literally every enemy to Goku ever. Like, if you fought Goku ever at any point, you're on the category. That's what they should do. They sort of did that with Sworn Enemy, but it's not like I'm talking literally everything, right? And then now we have a villain team that has literally every single villain on it, right? And you make the leader of the team like do Garesh's LR Omega Shenron design, where you know the leader for this powerful opponent team would give villain units 4 key and 50% support to help tie the team together, and bam, we're in business. And then you could just release villain leaders that lead that team. And then, they have the different 200%, one villain would have androids. The other would have target Goku, stuff like that. That's how the 200% leader skill system can benefit certain characters. Like it could allow them to double dip with categories, right? Like they could create a true Dragon Ball Saga category, which includes the 23rd World Tournament. And then the character would just, the 200% would be for the Boyhood Saga, right? Like that's how they could do that. Also, Tech World Tournament Goku is a very boring unit design-wise. Not better than God Goku. Not better than God Goku, I agree with, but boring? I think that's absurdity. Boring. I think this is anything but boring. We've got a nullification here. you're playing roulette to get your high chance to work. Let's say you revived and he's doing this. Nah, I can't say this guy's boring. No way. Super effective against all types. He's building up by getting hit. Like, he's just doing so many different things. No way I'd say he's boring. Making flawed units is the not a bad way to slow down power creep. Having flaws adds diversity. Yeah, but the problem is they don't add flaws to every character, right? Like, that's what I see what he's going for, but what actually happens is they drop Super 17 with flaws, and then they forget to put flaws in the other characters, and all of a sudden Super 17 sucks, right? Like, I would much rather they don't give the flaws to the characters, and then you just, make the numbers bigger as time goes on. Help prevent something like every unit from being the same template with one or two differences. I do feel like, characters have got, like, Piccolo Jr. and Goku are not really that similar. I guess Piccolo's got a lot of similarities. Well, some to, like, LR Cooler. But, like, God Goku is not, like, a similar character to, like, a lot of these other Dokkan Fest exclusives we've gotten, right? Kid Goku's way different. I would say a lot of these units' designs are different. Yeah, see, this is this is like nostalgia. Like, it's like, I'm sure ZDB was he would have just been much more fresh to the game back then. I mean, you got, dude, Boss Rush. This released during the 2nd anniversary. We're about to go into the 9th anniversary on JP. Think about that. Like, 7 years? We could be talking about, like, a 10-year-old kid during the 2nd anniversary that's about to graduate high school, essentially, right? Like, this is why I think a lot of people's issues with Dokkan these days are more so boredom. They're tired of the game, right? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I am always telling people, play to have fun. Like, you're playing to have fun. Don't force yourself to play if you're not having fun, right? But, like, this is just, sounds like just like the game is burnout for him, right? Like, it's like, yeah, it's, Dokkan, we're gonna get, like, new characters, new Saiyans, and then they're replaced by other new Saiyans, or replaced by other new Saiyans. Then the new event that comes out that hits harder, and the bosses do more, followed by an event that hits harder and bosses do more. But you can say that about, like, anything in life. But there's nothing wrong getting tired of the game anyway. Gogeta Blue is the most hyped character in these games. Even more so than Super Vegito. Both anniversaries that I Gogeta Blue are the most selling ones. VB was also in the anniversary, but he couldn't hit top grossing in both stores and celebrations where he's the headliner. Well, wait a minute. Both celebrations where he was... We're talking Super Vegito. So you're talking... Yeah, but the worldwide download celebration isn't always double top grossing. Like, it's very difficult for JP Dokkan to hit top grossing on the Google Play Store. I made a tweet semi-recently. It's only been like 10 instances ever. Oh, another field trip, huh? How could I even pull this up? Dude, I made a tweet about this. What do I look up? Maybe Google Play? Oh, but I gotta do... Yeah, from my at. Hold on. Unfortunately, me typing around on Twitter, I mean, as you guys understand, I can't really show this so much. Bro, it's coming up with some really funny tweets of mine. Bro, look at this. This was Int UI Goku Saiyan Day. It's so uncommon that Dokkan has hit top grossing in Apple and Google Play. I don't know. I mean, if you want to say Gogeta Blue's #1 hype character, sure, I'm not fighting that. Gogeta, Vegito, I don't really care. I don't get into the whole Vegito versus Gogeta thing. To me, they're pretty much the same character. Like, I don't care. Paikon's still a very good option. Yeah, I can't really fight that, can I? The Ghost Usher's just too strong. As long as people accept that the tech androids are very usable, I can give you PyCon. Because they have the same thing. Active skill Ghost Rusher. Fan-made content banner. I mean, but this is the thing, Zamasu-sama, is you need the corporations have to sign off on this. Bandai and Shueisha and Jump and like Toei and all the like they're just not doing that. That's the thing. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's Royal Spear. Yeah, that does look pretty cool. Yeah, again, just these major corporations aren't signing off on it is the issue. We're at an hour 10. I think I should wrap it up. Dokkan. Yeah. Oh my god. This is what I've been talking about. It hasn't actually been more exciting in the past, right? Like, if we would go through all these celebrations, there used to be way less. They have way more going on nowadays. It's just simply burnout from years and years of the game. All right, there we go. Hell no. Ultimate Gohan is not better than Vegeta and Trunks. No fucking way, dude. No way. I'm not giving you that. They're the worst design unit of 2022. Yeah, probably. Wait, no. Raditz was in 2022, brother. I can't give you... Nah. Not with Raditz. Not with Raditz. No way. Super Vegeta was the best unit until the 2021 worldwide. So that means L2 is saying that he likes Super Vegito and he likes Frieza and Goku over UI Goku. I disagree. UI Goku was the best unit in the game from the 6th anniversary until... Yeah, damn, he didn't get replaced until 7th anniversary Red Zone. UI Goku was the best character in the game for a year. I do feel like the fact that he was much more relevant than Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza in Red Zone does strengthen my case. But I also don't like rewriting history. Full Power Frieza versus UI Goku was a real argument. Like, I couldn't factually prove UI Goku is better than Frieza. There was a real argument to be had. Frieza was that good the day he came out, right? So, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, damn, this is an hour 12. Wait, where's the poll? What is the poll at? Yeah, wow. I honestly, I thought this would have been like 70% bad. That's crazy. Okay. And yeah, we did this. I'll probably do another one of these maybe in like 2 months, like end of July. Someone tweet me and remind me at the end of July. And we'll do another hot takes. Thank you, everyone. And I'll catch you guys next time. An hour 12. Yeah, there's your content.